Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the biology online class. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter 10, and the name of this chapter is respiration in organisms. Children, all of you know that we need energy for any kind of activities like walking, running, climbing the stairs, to wash clothes and to cook food. Even when we are talking, eating, reading, writing, or even sleeping, at that time also energy is required. The process like digestion of food, beating of heart, movement of ribs and diaphragm during breathing, etc., which take place inside our body also need energy for their working. In fact, we need energy to perform all the activities which maintain our life and also to do work. We get this energy from the food which we eat. The food has stored energy. The stored energy of food is released slowly during the process of respiration which takes place inside our body all the time. All the living organisms need to respire to get energy from food required for their survival. So, what is respiration? Respiration is the process of biochemical oxidation of nutrients in presence of specific enzymes at optimum temperature in the cells to release energy for metabolic activities. In other words, you can say that respiration is a process in which living cells break down glucose, that means the food, and release its stored energy in the form of ATP. All the organisms, it may be plant or animal, require energy for performing various activities and maintaining their life. This energy is obtained by the breakdown of digested food during the process of respiration. The process of releasing energy from food is known as respiration. The process of respiration involves taking in oxygen of air into the cells, using it for releasing energy by burning food, and then eliminating the waste products like carbon dioxide and water from the body. Most living things need energy to obtain most living things need oxygen to obtain energy from food. This oxygen reacts with the food like glucose present in the body cells and burns them slowly to release energy. This energy is used by the living cells. During respiration, the energy-rich food like glucose is broken down by oxygen into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is released. This energy is used up by the organism. In fact, respiration is a kind of slow burning, or you can say it as slow combustion of food at ordinary temperature to produce energy. During respiration, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. So we can say that the process of respiration involves the exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. The process of respiration is the reverse of photosynthesis. This is because photosynthesis is the making of food like glucose by absorbing solar energy, whereas respiration is the breaking down of food like glucose to release energy. The equation for cellular respiration is the opposite of the equation for photosynthesis. Here you see that is glucose, which is C6H12O6, reacts with oxygen, and during the process of respiration, carbon dioxide, water and energy are formed. Now the question may come in your mind, that is, what do we respire? We respire to get energy from food. Food contains stored energy, I have already told. When we respire, the food is broken down in the cells of our body with the help of oxygen and energy is released. So we can say that respiration is the process by which food, that means glucose, is broken down in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. Since respiration takes place in the cells of the body, so it is called cellular respiration. Here you can see the word equation of respiration, that is glucose plus oxygen. In the body cell respiration takes place, and as a result of that carbon dioxide, water and energy are produced. Respiration usually takes place in the presence of oxygen of air. Respiration can, however, also take place in the absence of oxygen of air, though it is very rare. This means that the breakdown of food like glucose to release energy can occur in the presence of oxygen as well as in the absence of oxygen. Based on these, there are two types of respiration, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. This anaerobic respiration again further classified on the basis of absence of oxygen and in case of lack of oxygen. Now we will learn about these different type of respiration one by one. So first we have to learn about the definition of aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is respiration in which glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen to release carbon dioxide, water and energy. It takes place in most organisms. When the breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, then it is known as aerobic respiration. It is called aerobic respiration because it uses air which contain oxygen. Aerobic means with air. In aerobic respiration, the glucose is completely broken down into carbon dioxide and water with the use of oxygen, and energy is released. The breaking down of food during aerobic respiration can be represented by means of a word equation, that is glucose in presence of oxygen, it converts into carbon dioxide, water and energy. The energy released during this aerobic respiration is used by the organisms. Most of the living organisms carry out aerobic respiration by using oxygen of air. For examples, humans, dogs, cats, lions, birds, different types of insects, different types of reptiles like lizards, snakes, earthworms, then different types of insects like cockroach, grasshopper, houseflies, birds, and most of the plants carry out aerobic respiration by using oxygen of air to obtain the energy. All the organisms which obtain energy by aerobic respiration cannot live without the oxygen. This is because if there is no oxygen, they cannot get energy from the food which they eat. Aerobic respiration produces much more energy because complete breakdown of glucose occurs during aerobic respiration by the use of oxygen. The complete breakdown of glucose produces carbon dioxide and water. Now, what is anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration is respiration in which glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen to release alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. In other words, when the breakdown of glucose occurs without the use of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. It is called anaerobic respiration because it takes place without air which contain oxygen. Anaerobic means without air. The microscopic organism like yeast obtain energy by this anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, in our muscle cells, glucose is broken down in the absence of oxygen when there is lack of oxygen to release lactic acid and energy. The word equation of this respiration is glucose. Absence of oxygen in muscle cells produces lactic acid and energy. So, what we have seen, that is aerobic respiration is the process in which large amount of energy is released in the presence of oxygen of air from the breakdown of food substances. Whereas in case of the anaerobic respiration, the respiratory, that is, it is a type of respiratory process in which small amount of energy is released in the absence or lack of oxygen from breakdown of food substances. Anaerobic respiration again can further classified under two groups, that is the alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid formation, depending on the available amount of oxygen. When there is no oxygen, at that time the respiratory process in which small amount of energy is released from the breakdown of food substances, then it is known as alcoholic fermentation. It takes place in yeast, which is used to produce beer, wine, cheese, etc. The microscopic organisms like yeast obtain energy by anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, the microorganisms like yeast breaks down glucose in the absence of oxygen to form alcohol and carbon dioxide and release energy. The breakdown of glucose during anaerobic respiration carried out by yeast can be represented by writing a word equation, that is glucose, it converts into alcohol, that is ethanol, and carbon dioxide in absence of oxygen by the yeast. The energy which is produced in this anaerobic respiration is used by the yeast. Only a few living organisms carry out anaerobic respiration to obtain energy without using the oxygen of air. All the organisms which obtain energy by anaerobic respiration can live without the oxygen of air. Those organisms which obtain energy by the process of anaerobic respiration are called anaerobes. Thus, yeast is an example of anaerobe. Yeast can survive in the absence of oxygen. Yeast is used to make alcoholic drinks such as wine, beer, and also it is used for the making of bread. Yeast respires anaerobically, and during this process, yeast converts glucose into alcohol. This alcohol is used in making wine, beer. Anaerobic respiration in yeast also produces carbon dioxide gas. In bread making, the carbon dioxide produced by yeast makes the bread rise. Thus, anaerobic respiration in yeast is used to make alcohol and bread. Anaerobic respiration produces much less energy because only partial breakdown of glucose occurs in anaerobic respiration in the absence of oxygen. The product of this partial breakdown of glucose are alcohol and carbon dioxide. We, that is human beings, normally obtain energy by aerobic respiration, but under certain conditions, like when we need extra energy, anaerobic respiration can take place in our muscles for a short time. When oxygen gets used up faster in our muscle cells than can be supplied by the blood, then a temporary deficiency of oxygen occurs in the muscle cells. For example, when we do a heavy physical exercise like fast running, cycling, or weightlifting, etc., our muscles need a lot of energy. To produce more energy, our muscles need more in oxygen, but the supply of oxygen through blood is limited and hence insufficient also. Under this condition, anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells, that means in the uh, lack of oxygen, to produce extra energy and fulfill the demand for more energy. When anaerobic respiration takes place in our muscle cells in the absence of oxygen, then glucose breaks down partially to form lactic acid and release some energy. This extra energy helps us in doing hard physical exercise. The breaking down of glucose during anaerobic respiration in muscles to release energy can be represented by a word equation, that is glucose converts into lactic acid and energy. Please note that during heavy physical exercise or any kind of other hard work, most of the energy is produced by aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration in muscles provides only some extra energy which is needed under anaerobic respiration these circumstances. Please note that anaerobic respiration does not take place only in the muscles of human beings, it also takes place in the muscles of other animals like lions, tigers, deer, etc., when they run very fast and require much more energy than normal. After heavy physical exercise, we sometimes get muscle cramps. Muscle cramps is the painful contraction of muscles. During heavy exercise, some of our muscles respire anaerobically. The anaerobic respiration by muscles bring about partial breakdown of glucose to form lactic acid. This lactic acid accumulates in the muscles. The accumulation of lactic acid in the muscles causes muscle cramps. We can get relief from cramps in muscles caused by heavy exercise by taking a hot water bath or a massage. Hot water bath or massage improves the circulation of blood in the muscles. Due to improved blood flow, the supply of oxygen to the muscle increases. This oxygen breaks down lactic acid accumulated in muscles into carbon dioxide and water and hence gives us relief from cramps. Now children, we have already learned about aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. We have seen that is there are similarities between anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration, like both aerobic and anaerobic respiration, the energy is produced by the breakdown of food, and also both this aerobic and anaerobic respiration takes place in the cells of the organisms. So, not only the similarities are there, there are many differences also there. So, now we will learn about the differences between the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. First of all, aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, where anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. In aerobic respiration, complete oxidation of food takes place, whereas in case of the anaerobic respiration, the glucose molecule is incompletely oxidized. For the aerobic respiration, the end products are carbon dioxide and water. The end products in case of the anaerobic respirations are either ethyl alcohol or lactic acid and carbon dioxide. During the process of aerobic respiration, a lot of energy is liberated, whereas relatively small amount of energy is liberated during the anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in plants and animal cells, whereas anaerobic respiration occurs in many anaerobic bacteria and human muscle cells, yeast, etc. The equation of aerobic respiration is glucose plus oxygen. It converts into carbon dioxide, water, and a lot of energy is produced, whereas during the anaerobic respiration, glucose is broken down into alcohol and carbon dioxide, and a less amount of energy is produced. So children, you have to read up to this from your book. Hope you have understood today's topic. Thank you all. Stay safe and happy.